Hi, my name is David Thompson. I teach at Dunlap High School. Here I teach French and world history. We're located in Peoria, Illinois. And this is my first year in this district, but I've been teaching for quite a few more years than that. Why did I start my career in this in education? Well, honestly, I this is a second career for me. So I chose it because I just really love to be able to be around kids and be able to kind of share ideas and help kids think about life in different ways. When I was in school, I wasn't the greatest student, and I kind of get what that's like. And I was hoping to be able to give a different experience and kind of bring some different change into school with the kids that I have. If I could have any other job, I wouldn't want any other job because this is the job and profession that I chose, and I absolutely love it. How are kids different than 30 years ago? Well, I'm kind of coming up on about 30. I can think about when I was in school. I'd say probably some major differences are obviously technology changes the factor a lot. Having a phone, having internet access, things that we never had 30 years ago, and it brings new challenges and exciting new possibilities at the same time. So that can be kind of a blessing and a curse at the same time. I think students have challenges outside of school that maybe we didn't. Even some of that online, maybe bullying or just different things that they can get sucked into. I think kids' schedules are also a lot busier, so having time for homework or things like that is a little more. I think it's maybe a little less time than we had growing up because there's so many things kids can be involved with. Um, how is teaching different than 30 years ago? Well, I have not been anywhere near to 30 years of teaching, but I can extrapolate and say from when I was growing up and people were making dittos on paper. If you remember the old blue dittos that they would ream out, or watching videos on reel-to-reel projectors where you had to load them up and get that going. I think to me it seems like probably that teaching is at a faster pace now with technology and with just kind of the busyness of society in general. From the minute we get in, you get a kid going with a bell ringer, and then you've got content, and you've got videos, and you've got online things for them to do. And I just feel like 30 years ago, it seemed like it was probably a little slower pace. You'd probably come in and gradually get started. So I feel like there's probably just more of a driving to use every minute of school time, and just to kind of keep up that pace, which can be stressful for a teacher and student. Would you tell someone right now that's thinking about becoming a teacher? Well, I would say there's a great need for teachers and great teachers now. Although nothing is certain right now in our world, everything's up in the air a bit. But if you feel like that's what you want, and that's your passion, then I would say go for it. Don't let anything hold you back from that, because we're always going to need great teachers and always need people that's their passion and not just a job or a duty. And what's one thing that, if I could change one thing, I would probably like to, if I could, if I were the one in charge, I guess, to reformat the schedule a little bit, give them a little bit longer breaks during the day, maybe a little longer lunch, give them a little more passing period time, maybe a little more time to work on things in class. So that might be like more of a block schedule, and where kids could have just a little bit more of a decompression time and or time to focus on homework while at school. Because sometimes when you go home and the teacher's not there, you don't always know what to do. But if they had more study hall kind of classes or something built in, and teachers were available, maybe to be able to go and talk to the students a little bit, give them a little bit of kind of one-on-one tutoring help while they're still in the building, if they're in the building. And if they're online, maybe being able to build in like remote days where it's just kind of open for discussion, open for questions, open for tutoring, and not just content. So those are some of my thoughts.